My little beloveds. Hey now. What's happening, you beautiful people? Thank you so much for all your condolences for my auntie. She was funny and I look just like her too. I'll post some pictures soon. Like you'll be able to see what I'm probably gonna look like when I'm 85 years old. Hi Bookie, how are you, honey? So I had a little issue, a little concern with people still, over this black and white. Peace, beloved. Dark man, I need to you gotta inbox me your number. We need to have a conversation, beloved. As soon as you get a moment to do so. Um, this black and white thing, it's so sad we got to keep going over this shit. Like I just don't understand it. And this is particularly, somebody dropped this shit in them pan-African rooms. Just share this shit over there to them, because they need to see this shit. They got to figure something out. You know why? Because they standing in the way of our shit. I want to share something with y'all too, and I'm gonna see um if I could pull it up on the computer. See, I ain't as nice as I used to be, but I wanna show y'all what I'm doing, right? And it's just so y'all can see it for yourself, cause this is just like, people see facts and shit and they still just go with some shit that's completely fucking untruthful, and it just trips me out. So let me just brief y'all real quick on part of what sparked this. So I want to read y'all a letter from the British Archives. Right, this is not even. I'm gonna go off the main topic for a minute with the black and white thing, and I'm gonna explain that shit. But the British Archives had this juicy little letter from the governor of Jamaica. You guys gotta hear this shit. You gotta hear how they was talking to our people. Hey, Feather Son, you gotta hear how they was talking to our people even after they fucking freed them. This is some disrespectful shit. So after they became free in Jamaica, they still had to be fucking slaves. So now, this letter, I'm telling you, I didn't make no friends today by posting this shit. But I mean, we have to learn how to deal with the facts, whether we fucking like it or not. Like, it's not, like if you're doing your genealogy and you find out that somebody in your family has slaves, well, what could you do about it? Nothing, but you know the history, right? You can identify with the history. So now you don't come from a terrible gene, but does that mean your peoples were terrible? Maybe they were. Maybe somebody owed them fucking money. Maybe somebody did some shit and had to pay a motherfucking debt. See, we don't understand that particular system because we so used to dealing with this fiat money that you actually believe that you're in debt to some of these fucking fake ass entities, right? They lead you to believe that, right? But in real actuality, there may be a time when the badass neighbor's kids next door stole my motherfucking grandfather's cow or some shit like that. And he was like, you motherfuckers ain't got $200 for no goddamn cow. And being that they ain't had the money for the cow, what they gonna do? They're gonna mow his lawn. They gonna feed his chickens. They gonna do whatever the fuck. So is that considered a slave? Or is that paying off their lump? You think people just supposed to just owe people shit? A motherfucker will break somebody's neck over $5 motherfucking. What you think they used to do back in the motherfucking day? So I'm gonna read this letter, and I'll tell you exactly where I got it from. I'm gonna have to post the link because I'm looking for from a different platform just to get this to y'all. But you gotta hear the Debo in this fucking letter, and let me tell you, acquiescence, not saying nothing, is why the people got fucked up again. And then there's people that you think means one thing, but it completely means, it does mean what it says, but the actual application of the word is completely fucking negative and not something that you should be fucking cheering on. But this is so this is part of some of the shit that they pull on us psychologically. But sometimes all you got to do is let a child help you read it, like a second grader or something like that, or a third grader. Like, they fucking stop at every comma. They let you know when that semicolon, you're supposed to stop right there and absorb what that meaning is right there. right? And they just have a certain way of helping you interpret the words sometimes because, you just get used to doing, what the hell they doing. So this is the shit that got me under fire. Like I wrote this shit back in the 1700s. These motherfuckers be mad at me for this shit, right? Now this is from the National Archives of the United Kingdom / Caribbean history. Okay, and now this is slavery, negotiating freedom. It's a whole bunch of other things. I'll paste the link inside of this so y'all can hear this shit. But I just need y'all to read this fucking letter that Governor Sligo wrote, and he was the then governor of Jamaica. And listen to this shit that he wrote. And this is a letter addressed to apprentices, Jamaica, 1834. Okay, this some gangster shit, how they be talking to people. But niggas send them letters just like this. The IRS and shit talk like this to people now, and people don't do nothing about it either. They just assign themselves to this obligation. So this says, the Negro population throughout the island of Jamaica. My friends, our good king, who was himself in Jamaica a long time ago, still thinks and talks a great deal of this island. He has sent damn, this is like such a fucked up copy. He has sent me out here to take care of you and to protect your rights, but he has ordered me to give justice out to those who pose. Hold on, give me a second. Let me go back to the actual site, because this shit right here, the picture I got, Give me 1 second. You gotta hear how they talk to the motherfucking people. Like I just, this is a threat. And the people he just telling these motherfuckers they about to be free and then telling them we about to enslave you again. But y'all gotta wait for this hook right here. Okay, here's the better copy. He has sent me here to take care of you and to protect your rights. But he has ordered me to see justice done to your owners and to punish them who do wrong. Take my advice, for I am your friend. Be sober, honest, and work well when you become apprentices. For should you behave ill and refuse to work because you are no longer slaves, you will assuredly render yourselves liable to punishment. This how you talk to niggas that's gonna be free people in a fucking week? That's how you talk to the motherfuckers? Like, I'm here to protect you and teach you your rights, right? This shit is crazy. So then he says, the people of England are your friends and fellow subjects. So they was subjects too. Get that shit twisted. The people of England are your friends and fellow subjects. Fellow subjects. If they're Jamaica's subjects, then they subject to the Jamaican crown. Well, who's the monarch of Jamaica? I'll get back to that. Y'all can fuss over that if you want to. But reading's fundamental. They have shown themselves such by passing a bill to make you all free. Your masters are also your friends. They have proved their kind feelings towards you by passing the House of Assembly the same bill. The way to prove that you are deserving of all this goodness, all this freedom, is by laboring diligently during your apprenticeship, in all capital letters. You will, on the 1st of August next, no longer be slaves, but from that day, you will be apprenticed, all capitals, to your former owners for a few years in order to fit you all for freedom. It will therefore depend entirely on your own conduct, whether your apprenticeship be short or long. For should you run away, you will be brought back by the Maroons and the police, and have to remain in apprenticeship longer than those who behave well. You will only be required to work 4 days and a half each week. The remaining day and a half each week will be your own time, and you may employ it for your own benefit. Bear in mind that everyone is obliged to work. Some work with their hands, others with their heads, but no one can live and be considered respectable without some employment.
Your lot is to work with your hands. I pray you, therefore, do your part faithfully, for if you neglect your duty, you will be brought before the magistrates. You hear this shit? For whom the king has sent to watch you, and they must act fairly and do justice to all by punishing those who are badly disposed. Damn. Do not listen to the advice of bad people, for should any of you refuse to do what the law requires of you, you will bitterly repent it. When at the end of the appointed time, all your fellow laborers and released from apprenticeship, you find yourselves in condemned to hard labor in the workhouse for a lengthened period in a punishment for your disobedience. If you followed my advice and conduct yourselves well, nothing can prevent your being your own masters and to labor only for yourselves and your wives and your children at the end of 4 or 6 years, according to your respective classes. I have not time to go about all the properties on the island and tell you this myself. I have therefore ordered this letter of advice to be printed and ordered it to be read to you all, that you may not be deceived and bring yourselves into trouble by bad advice or mistaken notions. I trust you will all be obedient and diligent subjects to our good king, so that he may never cause to be sorry for all the good he has done for you. Your friend and well wishes, Sligo, Governor Jamaica. Now, how the motherfuckers get ready to be free? And if they run away, the Maroons and the police are going to get them. So now everybody's under the impression that, well, not the impression, because it's absolutely true. Maroon means run away. But motherfucker, you think the Maroons was running away, but they was tripping your motherfucking folks as they was trying to run away. And we call them motherfucking snitches, rats, ratatouille. What the fuck? What the fuck? That's a confidential informant. That's some crazy shit. So, everybody all butthurt after that. But what kind of letter is that? And you know what happened? The people never said anything. When that governor sent that letter and them motherfucker was reading that shit in the town square or wherever it was they was reading it, did anybody in that crowd say, nah, fuck that? Nah, fuck that. Oh, no, we not. Not me, not Phoenix. Did anybody say anything? Nobody said nothing. So your silence meant that it was okay. So, after they little 4, 5, 6 years, you can definitely see how many of them came to over here to get better contracts. Now, why that point, some of our Indians were still in captivity, owing these bad contracts and in prison and all this other stuff, right? So that's some fucked up shit. But yeah, look that letter up. I'm going to post a link for y'all so y'all can check that shit out. That was absolutely crazy, though. I just didn't like how, how the governor was talking to the people. How they gonna be free? And that's how they was fucking talking to people. Like, that's so crazy. But now we're gonna do a little etymology, because this shit is really seeming to bother me, right? Because I want to bite people's nostrils off when you fucking call me black, because I'm not the color of a pair of fucking Timbs, right? The chuckers and shit. The all black chuckers. Asphalt. I'm not asphalt. And I'm not at fault for this Cocoa Brown, but I damn sure ain't black. Black means dismal and calamitous. That ain't me. And I don't fuck with people like that. So, I'm going to switch this around and I'm going to do this little etymology thing. And I'm going to fuck with this dictionary and stuff so you can see what the origin of this shit is, so we could bury this shit once and for all. Because some of you motherfuckers just can't leave this bitch alone. And then I'm going to tell you, black is white and white is black. They just pulled the fucking a trade in places on us and gave us the label so they can steal our shit. That's it. It's really not that fucking hard. So I'm going to switch this camera around. And once you get past all the jargon, we're just going to look at what the fuck the origin is. And from that origin, we're going to go to that Etsy mall and follow that shit. Around. Hold on. Let's see. Can y'all see that? Let me bring it back a little bit, maybe. Can you see that? Okay. Now, let's go to, let's see. Now, this is the word black. Old English, black, Blake, Blake. Okay? We're going to go to that word in a second because that means bleach. You don't even got to go looking for a whole bunch of other shit because the oldest form of the word is going to be right here. Okay? Stop right there. I don't care what double talk, how they run this shit down, whatever the fuck they're talking about. Look at this. Old English, Blake. And that means bleach. Absolutely dark, absorbing all light, the color of soot or coal. From Proto-Germanic, blakers, burned. Source of Old Norse, blacker, dark. Old High German, blah, black. Swedish, block, ink. Dutch, blocken, to burn, pie. Bleg, to burn, gleam, shine, flash. Source also of Greek, flagon, to burn, scorch. Latin, flagere, to blur, to blaze, glow, burn, from the root, bell, to shine, flash, burn. The same root produced Old English black, bright, shining, glittering, pale. Now I'm going to stop right there. Y'all see that shit? Glittering, pale. How your black ass pale? The connecting notions being perhaps fire and burn, dark. The usual Old English word for black was swart, according to OED. That's Old English. Okay? That's Old English definition. In Middle English, it is often doubtful whether Blake means black, dark, or pale, colorless. It doesn't matter what it means in Middle English because in Old fucking English, the shit means pale. Now, here you go. You see down here, the shit says meaning fierce, terrible, wicked. Okay? Now, let's go to the regular dictionary meaning of the word fucking black. Let's do the 1828 Webster. Now, that's the etymology of where the shit came from. Let's get to this Webster shit. So, let's see. Come on. Here we go. Now, see what this shit describes you? If you look like motherfucking asphalt, then does that mean when you blink your eyes, it look like the fucking train is coming? Huh? Fucking A. That's right, casting spells. They have no idea you're giving them motherfuckers power every time you talk about black power. That's them. That ain't us. That ain't my folks. I know that shit. Okay, this shit says black. Of the color of night, destitute of light, dark, darkened by clouds, as the heaven, black with clouds, sullen, having a cloudy look or countenance, atrociously wicked, horrible, as a black deed or crime, dismal, mournful, calamitous. Right? A Negro person whose skin is black. You ain't met one of them motherfuckers yet, but you applied it to yourself. You ain't met nobody that looked the same color as no goddamn asphalt. You ain't met nobody like that. You ain't met not one person. I don't care if they shade of blue, shade of blurple, purple. You ain't met nobody that goddamn shade. Now, let me tell y'all something. Don't get caught up in these vowels, because now this is how I'm going to tell you. You see all those dirty-ass characteristics, right? Now, Why don't you go to the legal word? Let's go back to the etymology. I'm going to go right back. Let's see. And I want to do creature. Do this word creature. Now, creature, anything created, also living being. Let me back it up a little bit and see if that's worked for y'all. Living being, old French creature, modern French creature, late creature, the thing created from creatus, past participle of Latin creare, to make, bring forth, produce, beget, from pi, root, cur, to grow, meaning anything that ministers to man's comfort. Right? Now you want to go to that living being. Let's see. Let me go to Webster and get that same one. Now I'm going to go to the dictionary for creature. Now, that which is created, everything being besides the creator, or everything not self-existent. The sun, moon, stars, the earth, animals, plants, light, darkness, air, water, etc. are the creatures of God. In a restricted sense, any animal of any kind, a living being, a beast. In more restricted sense, man. Thus say, he was in trouble and no creature was present to aid him. A human being in contempt, as an idle creature, a poor creature. What a creature. So a creature is also a human being, right? And you know what the legal definition of a human being is? A monster. Okay? A monster. The legal definition for monster, a prodigious birth, a human birth or offspring not having the shape of mankind, which cannot be heir to any land, albeit it be brought forth in marriage. Creature is a human being. A monster. Monster is a human being. Can't inherit any land. Well, let's see what else is a creature. Let's see what other things are creatures. We're going to put in this word. You know how they make a right turn, how you turn on the light. Let's get to the word white. But we're going to spell it this way. What's white? Old English, white, living being, creature, person. You get that word? What's a person? A corporation, a dead entity, hey? Hey? Person, something, anything. From Proto-Germanic, whitey, source of Old Saxon, white, thing, demon. Demon, Dutch, white, a little child, a minor, Old High German. And don't they call you a minor and a demon? Yeah. Old High German, white, thing, creature, demon. Creature, little child, Old Norse, vetter, thing, creature, Swedish, vat, spirit of the earth, gnome, Gothic, wait something. From pi, wekti, thing, creature. Not related to the Isle of Wight, which is from Vectis, circa 150, originally Celtic, possibly meaning place of division. So do you see that whites are the motherfucking creatures? Now let's go to the other word. Thank you, Sister Yafa Bay. Huh? Now let's define white. Definition. Let's see. white. Let's see. I don't think this gave me anything, did it? No. Oh, it just says blame. Fault. Nah, we ain't gonna let them bitches off the hook that easy. Let's go. Let's see. A living being. Latin, to live. A being. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. I didn't flip the word. There we go. A person. It is obsolete. Except in irony or burlesque. The white of all the world who love thee best. Now let's see something. I'm going to go to WITE here. Now white is to reproach, to blame. Blame, reproach. So that means there's something. Now let's see what whitelist would be. Whitelist means blameless. So who are these motherfucking criminals running around here? These creatures, these monsters that really can't inherit any fucking land. But they run around here taking all your shit and got you screaming black, got you screaming white. All you gotta do is fuck with these consonants and vowels a little bit. Now you see what white means. So when someone's whiteless, that means they're pure and blameless. But the word white doesn't mean all right. The word white doesn't mean beautiful, clean, pure, snow, all that bullshit. Like they made us seem like white's all right, black get back, right? They both the same motherfucking thing, and they both use those shits to separate you motherfuckers from your lands. Those are your creatures. So, yes, those are your creatures. Black is a bad word. Black describes them. They're the dismal, calamitous, that describes them. The white people are the guilty ones, the ones that deserve blame. The white lists are the ones that are blameless. So if back in 900 they was calling these motherfuckers white because they was criminals and worthy of blame and full of blameworthiness and all this fucking monster, wicked, demon, devil, right? How they get privilege. If you go on to look at those words spelled just that way, it'll tell you that it pays for privilege. They tricked the king or made some sort of deal with the king to pay for privilege. So when the Moors running around here calling themselves white, I'll be like, yo, I see what you're saying by law, but why is it like that? Now, how did we get to that? They don't know. They don't talk about that. They ain't never broke the etymology book out and pointed that shit out. Gotta make this shit make sense. Gotta make this shit make sense. Gotta make this shit make sense. Only thing you could be called now is what you are. How you want to deal with that? Acquiescence is not something that we want to do. You see, Jamaica got out of fucking slavery, and less than a week later, how you put their freedom on layaway? Niggas was going to be free a week later. And the motherfucking governor already told them, got them in another contract. But because they never said, hell no, we're going to tear this shit up again, because there had to be a peace treaty. They had to get sick of fighting the Jamaicans. So they said, all right, we're going to free these motherfuckers because they've been whipping our ass, and we don't need this shit no more. We can't afford it. We in debt, and we don't want to trash the place, right? So we're going to free them August 1st. They out of all of those contracts that we, let them, that they put themselves in order to make them volunteer to put themselves in them fucking contracts. Now, if they can get them to talk them their way into it or say absolutely nothing, which in this case, they ain't say a motherfucking thing. They just got jumped out the pan and into the fucking fire. So, thank you. Thank you so much, beloveds. I just wanted to get into that motherfucking black and white shit. Like, get over that shit. White's bad. Black is worse. Black is what white people do. That's who they are. Dismal, calamitous. That's what that is. That's what that meant. So don't take that fucking title. Then, you want to know, to make it so bad, when them motherfuckers was slaves and got you thinking you was the motherfucking slaves, when them motherfuckers was slaves and they was the black folk, right? Because of their condition, dismal and calamitous. If your ass got a felony, you fucking dismal and calamitous. You're mournful, right? You may be black in status, but that don't mean, you look like LeVar Burton. Right? But now, here it is, you have post-antebellum, after slavery, where these motherfuckers had to be called free white people. Well, if white meant all those things that are horrible and supposed to be blamed, that could be some of the reason why motherfuckers got kicked out of Europe, huh? But anyway, we're going to get back to that one of these days. And then they took your fucking shit. Then they started creating all these other fucking labels. How the fuck did that happen? Free white people. So they wasn't free before, or them motherfuckers wasn't white. And in this case, it's looking like they was both. One and the same. One and the motherfucking same. But anyway, I ain't gonna hold y'all. Peace and love, beloveds. I just had to get at that for real quick, because these motherfuckers, you Pan-Africans, I'll be losing the patience with y'all. And it's not that, I don't respect y'all position and stuff. It's because y'all act like y'all got a hard problem with who my grandmother was. This is why I call you motherfuckers grandma killers. What I eat don't make you shit. I be telling these motherfuckers, I'm just a stranger online. You wouldn't take no candy from me, would you? Right? Because I certainly wouldn't take none from you. But the way they be going hard, like, where you from? And what tribe? Why my Choctaws don't know you? And this and that. Why your motherfucking Choctaws took the check? Why they took the free lunch? I'm pissing people off because what I want them to tell me is, where was they before this Trail of Tears? We want the census records from 1790, 1800, 1810, 1820. You got 40 whole motherfucking years to say where your ass got evicted from. Because if you wasn't next to our motherfucking folks, somebody's lying and somebody got to move. Y'all motherfuckers going to be moving again. I think that has a lot to do with why y'all worried, right? I really do think that that's why y'all worried. And I think that's why these Pan-Africans are so in conjunction with you. Maybe y'all all got stakes together in this shit. Y'all could just keep us dizzy, because we ain't fucking with these Umar Johnsons and all these other people. Y'all trying to study the people and see how they gonna respond to these so-called fake ass leaders when not one of these motherfuckers is telling people they gotta lead their goddamn selves. It's called self-fucking governing. Self-governing. Govern thyself. If you can't fucking handle yourself, you ain't capable of fucking teaching nobody nothing. Everybody has to play an integral role. You can't have 5 fucking forwards on a good ass basketball team. I know that. I ain't the expert, but I know you need a center, a point guard. It is different fucking positions. Everybody ain't gonna be shooting from the motherfucking half court. I guess when people are sick and tired of being sick and tired, that's when they gonna want to link up. But I don't want to link up when the shit's too motherfucking late. I want to get busy now. I want to get busy now. While I wake up, I could still, move my hands and feet, and I could wipe my own ass today. It might be a day where I can't do that. And then all this shit go out the motherfucking window. I want action now. Where's everybody at? Let's get busy. I want it right now. Tomorrow, I'm available. What's up? Let's talk about some shit. Call my phone. Let's get some shit lined up. Let's fucking prank call some of these offices and let them talk shit and lie to us so we can get them on tape and expose these bitch ass niggas, because that's what I have fun doing. I act like a dumbass, naive motherfucker, and I call these offices and I want them to tell me all these motherfucking lies, and then I ask them such a simple question and just throw all that bullshit out the window. And that's what they do, because they don't know how to do anything else, and they just so used to getting over that it's not even really going to be hard taking our shit back, because it's just going to be like they're going to be so vulnerable, because it's just so used to access denied that when them motherfuckers be like gotta swallow that goddamn big ass egg, and they gotta say yes to you when they was so enjoying themselves telling you no as a black woman or a black man, but they gotta say yes to the Aboriginal. Make them say yes. And some flowetry shit. All you gotta do is say yes. Y'all better stop letting these people play with you, man. Fuck that shit. Let's get action. Let's just start fucking with them. I just fuck with them. I don't know everything, but you know what? I think the next time I go register a car or something, I feel like I gotta fucking get plates or because I'm just tired of this shit. Because really, I'll just put like some shit that my kids drew, and those be my plates. But when I have my aunt and them in the car, that shit kind of makes them uncomfortable. I don't wanna rock the boat. It's good for me, but if you get in my car, I have a disclosure. If your ass scared of motherfucking police and flashing lights, don't get in my motherfucker. Okay? Don't get in the car with me. I'm gonna tell y'all. And if you make me a slave by you pulling out your shit and all of that, I'm gonna kick you out my car and I'm gonna pull off. When they tell me have a good night, you're gonna have to get a ride from your folks. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm really not kidding. That's how I would prefer to do it, but I wouldn't leave nobody unexperienced. In no fucked up position. I'll never do that. But start questioning these people. Get creative on these motherfuckers. We're the most fucking creative people on the planet. When you go in DMV, where is the commissioner gonna sign? Start asking questions. Look at the document. Hold that shit up. Act like it's some strange foreign shit because it is fucking foreign. It's fucking foreign. It's fucking foreign. It's a foreign ass document. That man is not going to sign nothing back. That woman, whoever the commissioner is, you don't even know who it is. You done gave these bitches your social security number. You done gave them where you lived at, how to come see you and all that, right? You done gave up every motherfucking thing. And then when you get pulled over at 2 a.m, you like, these police pulling me over. You forgot you signed that document just because it took 2-3 years since you registered that car that they was able to pull your ass over, but you forgot you son, just sit over to fucking some stranger. To fucking stranger. Like, why would you do that? If a motherfucker can't knock on your door and say, hey, what color bar you got on? Why would a motherfucker, like, where do you live? Where you on your way to? Do you know why I stopped you? Nah, nigga, you stopped me because you think I'm black, but I'm not. And that's where you let them know right then and there who the fuck you be. Because if you don't rebut the presumption, you don't even want me to answer that. Because in my mind, I'm just going to be like, what way is that to answer? You ain't going to make no statement against yourself. You can't get no address from me. Look up the word address. Address means what? Address belongs to them. Name belongs to them. D-O-B belong to them. Date of birth, that shit belong to them. I'll get a shit right back. You don't never give a direct answer. Because you really can't tell the truth. And then you end up making a fucking statement. And then your body got to pay for some shit that the ghost was talking about. Right? Motherfucker ask you where you live. You say, I live right next to you. You standing next to the police or the cop, the constable. He ain't no officer because we ain't swear his ass in. You standing next to him. You tell him you live next to him. You moved to his neighborhood. Right? Because you did. He stopped you from going on your way. Now you standing here talking to him. You live inside yourself. You moved next to him. Let him know. What are you going to do? Go on your shit and steal your ID? That's theft. I never told you that I had an ID or something that you think you're looking for. You just looking for that for policy and procedure, but you don't know how to respond when it comes to somebody like me. So once I'm pretty much already going to be on the phone with the fucking sheriff anyway. And you got to get the state troopers on the phone. Get your boss on the phone. He going to tell you what to do. Because if I could have all of y'all just sitting there lying to me, telling me that I'm required to have a motherfucking driver's license. Nigga, you lying. Is your boss ahead of the Supreme Court? Because that shit, I could show you 1,000,001 cases where the Supreme Court's like, nah, you can't get them. No. But when you showing them the motherfucking IDs as proof that's your slave card. You use their account number. You can't expect, them not to tell you what to do. You use their account number. They get to tell you what to do. That's it. And if you don't know how to self-govern and you don't know, you don't have to be told. You don't have to be told what to do. You tell them what to do. Oh, man. Alabama is where it's at. Y'all better read them Southern Constitution. I can't wait. Y'all look at that South Carolina Constitution. Oh my gosh. I was reading Kentucky Constitution. I don't think about moving to motherfucking Kentucky. You got to see Kentucky's like you can defend your right to liberty and posterity at any cost. So you know what that means? How could they even have an episode? I don't even want to start no shit because I don't want nobody. They're gonna start calling me names because I mean, I'm not, a violent person, but I ain't with the shits. I swear I grew up. It's just never, that shit ain't never gonna change. It's always gonna be a time where you might have to tear some shit up. It's not, oh, we're gonna be all peaceful and that. You always hope for the best, but it don't always end up like that. And you gotta be ready to get fucked up and fuck something up. When I was little, look, I was little. I'm still little. I'm only 5'2". But when I was younger, and it came down to some of them situations where I didn't know if I was going to get my ass whipped. You know what my father told me? Only two things going to happen. Either you going to fuck them up or they going to fuck you up. You better be able to live with whatever happens. But protect your motherfucking neck. Only two things can happen. That's it. It's only two possible outcomes. Either I'm going to win or I'm going to lose. You just got to be bold enough not to give a fuck. Especially if you're going for the right reasons. It's important. It's important. You got to be going for the right reasons. It's worth it. It'd be a beautiful death for me, as far as I'm concerned. Some motherfuckers go out for some sucker shit. Right? But, I don't know. I ain't going to hold y'all too long. I love y'all. Shihululi. I just had to get at that. Stop calling yourselves crayon colors. The motherfucker, you had to draw a picture when you was little. You was just going to leave the page.